What's up guys, my name is David from Hybrid's Backyard and today we're back with another review. In the last video I got through Halo 1, loved it so much that today I'm back with Halo 2. So let's start with the story. For anyone who would not be aware of it, this is a direct sequel for Halo 1, hard to believe, right? So much so, it can be considered just skipping a chapter to the next one. The first major change from the original is that now there's a second story arc that shows the Covenant side of the war, their beliefs, how they treat defeat, and why they love the ring so much. It makes the enemy a lot more relatable, and the overall game feels much more enjoyable because of it. Obviously, we're talking about a massive upgrade compared to the first Halo, so old characters are now expanded upon, they became much more believable, some lines are now a bit more cliche to try and get your blood pumping, and sometimes it worked really well actually. Here's one example from a mission at the start of the game.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
Now what's really fun with this one is that I can still see myself as a 17-year-old looking at the Master Chief flying off the side of the ship with a goddamn nuke in his hand just so that he can deliver it personally, I guess. I was sitting at the edge of my chair at that time and I was surprised to find myself still be excited when I was looking at that cutscene. I really enjoyed it throughout, and it happened a few times throughout the story, which is just a wonderful thing. Some new enemies were also added to expand the roster from Halo 1, dual wielding weapons is now a thing, and the AI is more responsive than ever, 5 out of 5. Now, if we put the story and the cinematics aside, everything in this game looks great. Again, the magic key is tab. For the non-OG people, when you press it, the game goes from sexy to wrinkled. It's a great way to see how the remaster compares with the original one, and it did come a long way. One of the areas that struck me the most is just the feeling and ambience of places. Let's be honest, some of us, me included, were puberty-stricken teen overproducing hormones of all kind when we started this game. Today we can barely remember our first time without it being considered fiction, so obviously our memories are shitty at best. But strangely enough, the feeling remembered from the original, coming back to this game, was very vivid and precise for me. So when the enhanced edition managed to make me feel the exact same feeling the original had left me, I got impressed. Instead of just adding a layer of makeup to that game, the devs actually took the time to relive the experience and make something really smooth out of it. My hyped up brain just fell in love all over again. Obviously, this is a remaster, so not giving a quick look at the graphics would pretty much be a sin. And for this one I was lucky enough to get myself an emulator for the original Xbox, some great people on Reddit at all the original settings and the ROM, shout out to them, even though my experience was shitty, complete bullshit basically. The emulator refused to work with anything else than the original settings, so no 1080p for the original ROM I guess. And, you know, once you try a game on 60 FPS 4K and then you drop it down to 30 FPS 640 by 480, your brain kind of becomes sluggish. It's like a drug addict that just came down from his last high. Anything offered by the MCC by then is just hands down the new best version. Last time I also did a test on multiple resolution. I went with 1080, 3440 and 4K. Since it's the same old package this time around, I decided to just stay on 4K. Made my entire playthrough locked at 60 FPS, VSync enabled, and all settings maxed out. Today I can officially report that there's no problem at all, pretty much anyone can do it. The whole game ran buttery smooth. It did require a tiny bit more resources than Halo 1, but nothing outside the recommended specs, so both my CPU and GPU just fell in love with the whole thing. Now, my time with Halo 2 was great. As an OG fan of the first game on the original Xbox, I got served an awesome remaster. It was well worth my time. It lacked the novelty from Halo 1, but expanded on the story, the characters, provided a massive graphical and audio upgrade, and it was the first game that really gave me a multiplayer on Xbox Live, which it was a big thing back in the day. Replaying it today was really great, This time around I also took my time. Compared to Halo 1, I didn't forget to eat dinner, and considering the fact that I still have Halo 3, ODST 4 and Reach to get through, I'm happy to say that the price is still well worth it for anyone. Any new player that wants to get into it, or any OG that would just want to buy it back or relive the experience, go buy it. It's a good investment. As of today, I'm done with Halo 2. For those who stayed until the end, thank you for watching. Show your support however you see fit. My name is David and I'll see you very, very soon.